Bart's out the first call, and off we go. You'll see Jalon Daniels cutting up field. Neil's been here a long time. He was a Les Miles recruit. As Daniels on the roll, scanning and throwing, and this is
through 5 games. Lawrence Arnold is a big target. It's 6'3", and I love the patience, right? The eyes downfield, chaos all around him, doesn't matter, and he sticks it right on the number 2.
On the perimeter. There's the tight end Fairchild in motion. He's a big dude as well. No gain officially. 2nd and 10 for Daniels. He will throw, and he launches to the near side. That is incomplete. Daniels climbing and throwing for the sideline, incomplete.
You're going to see just the speed. TCU's going to trust at the perimeter level here. Okay, you're going to see right away you don't win, but they're going to trust that their athleticism can compensate.
They have the ball for the 2nd time. Kai Thomas, the tailback, and it's Jalon Daniels on the move, flowing to the right, and he decides to this. There it is. It is Neal across the 40-yard line. Up the Daniels wants to run for the first down, and
he's like, man, there were a lot more space early in the season. Look at the coverage on the back end. Look at some of the eyes of D. Winters and the linebackers, Tre'Vius Hodges, that are looking. They're not spies. They're in zone. Is contagious. Got to get a first down, though, to start feeling it on the field.
That's when the confidence really pops. We were told by Kenny Logan is down and 7 for Kansas after the gain of 3. Kai Thomas has checked in. The Minnesota transfer with a lethal stiff arm. First down for Kansas. We'll see if they have a bit of that swagger now. Daniels, quick release, right on target. Luke Grimm, first down.
Hitch route in the slot here. They find the space. Kansas does a lot of things pretty darn well offensively. Andy Kotelnicki, fun to talk with him yesterday.
Things like that. On a first down, it's a run for Neal. He got a block from Bostick, and Neal to the 30.
Himself. And this offense, when it gets going, it starts inside out. Right? Whether it's going to be in the option game with that dive man inside, they are going to lean, and against a speedy defense.
Hits the option to the short side. 3rd and 4. Run that orbit motion again, and the ball's on the Kansas. Daniels to throw a little loft to it, and it's. The stadium got built about 40 years prior to that, by the way. Fog Allen was involved in that, the former basketball coach, as Neal gets now back in the lineup. Daniels the fake. Down the middle. Oh, beautiful adjustment by Fairchild. Mason Fairchild
is 260 pounds. And this looks like as good a center field play as you're going to ever make. I can't tell you.
Devin Neal skates to the outside. He got a block from Arnold. Neal in.
So wins on the perimeter here on the outside. Watch this. He takes 2. To Allison's report earlier to those wide receivers to be physical, right? You have got to fight out on the edge.
Leads to the best drive of the day for the Jayhawks. Inside the 10, it is Neal. Next to Daniels. More motion. They'll run it. Daniels inside, tried to hurdle. He is very close to the ball.
Response time for the Jayhawks.
Sevion Morris in the tailback, and he does get the touch here. Right up the middle, breaking tackles. He went all the way through the car wash.
Kind of like the other side. Big plays come when you break tackles. And Sevion right here, the 3rd Jayhawk to run it. That's a missed tackle. That's 2. That's 3. And that is a response. This team has been down this possession.
Kai Thomas, after being down. He will option it, and he pitches it. And this is Grimm, Arnold, and Skinner all in as receivers. That's a pump for Daniels. He does get it out wide, and he's got the completion for Grimm across the 20.
180 pounds hitting you and the wherewithal to stand and deliver.
Daniels to throw. 2nd down and 6. Another pump from Daniels. This time he goes toward the end zone and 6 brings. TCU rushes 4. Daniels feels it. Daniels steps out of the tackle and he goes down.
He's made every one of them pay.
Did it early and often. Devin Neal on the handoff from Jason Bean.
And that's why he's been the backup to Daniels.
He will throw for the first time in this game, and he's got it for Tanaka Scott. The freshman down the sideline inside the...
Want to infuse the backup QB with a little bit of confidence. How about just a little flat route? Tanaka slows down, he catches it. And as we've seen over the course of this game, every explosive play.
Kansas, 5 wins for the first time in 13 years. Bean tucking and running. And
so how much do you want to run after Jalon's already got the shoulder injury? You know this is his strength. You know he's equipped to do this very well. But my advice to Jason would be protect yourself.
Sevion Morrison in motion. He had a big run in the first half. It's Bean to throw, and that's a wide open...
Receivers to one side of the field. And ultimately, this has been so effective for the Jayhawks this season. Miscommunication by TCU. You see the 2 linebackers, Hodges, this afternoon.
Is that orbit motion again? It is Kai Thomas who was bottled up at the game. Jason Bean throws it out of the backfield for Morrison. Those other receivers...
The corner into 2 tackles. This time, Newton says, not so fast. I'm seeing 4 to a side. I'm seeing the running back coming out. I'm pulling my trigger and forcing.
Oh no, with the way he runs. Quick release, got it to the outside and Grim. This is Jason Bean's offense now, and it is a run, and it is Devin Neal carving back in. Amaje Reed Adams in at right guard on this drive. Bean to throw, loads of time for Jason Bean to the sideline, and Hodges-Tomlinson, 3rd and 3. Neal the tailback, and with a little...
Right here, right? Just look at the movement. Look at Casey, 255 pounds himself. That's a mismatch for D. Winter.
See, Plainville, Kansas. Bean sets to throw and comes the opposite direction. It's Mason Fairchild again.
Great motion and movement, and we're going to run a little option fake here, and we're going to bring Fairchild all the way across the field. It must at times to defenders look like a total... He's going to a second play.
Bean wants to throw, he rolls. Bean the other way again!
In college football has seen mesh, right? Mesh is little crossing routes here. That's not what Kansas does. They run scissors, which is a deeper mesh down the field, and you want to get these guys caught up right in the wash of the scissors. And look at it. It works perfectly. And watch this detail right here. This is the guy, Lawrence Arnold. He can't run into the defender. He's got to run those defenders into each other. And he does just that.
It's a throw for Arnold. And Arnold is hogtied by...
Found their voice, and they are leading each other on the sideline.
Very interesting down there, and that pitch is not a good one. Thomas has to go pick it up inside the 20-yard line, and there is... Got to get all the way down to the 40. He's going to throw it over the middle.
On the opening couple drives, a mistake on the pitch, and this time it's almost as he just lobs it. He just expects it. I mean, that's not within ear.
Same thing with Max.
Brock, you said it earlier. We've seen a different Sonny Dykes here as Devin Neal gets met. The
practice field, they're the ones leading the way too.
Jason Bean, long throw to the far side, and it's Grimm. Bean to throw a little bit high, and a beautiful adjustment by Arnold. Lawrence Arnold in. Bean wants to throw. Bean does throw. This side, and Skinner in.
Look at your protection here, just good enough. Your buddy from Homewood.
Flossmoor.
There you go. In Chicago, Ford does just enough to hold on for dear life to allow Skinner on the back end. Right, it's that deep post concept. Once again, full speed, and he is running right by. And that is not easy for a backup.
Punching the ball in this year. 13 first downs, 331 total yards, and sorry, defenses. Devin Neal, another gash.
That's a lot of them.
That was a lot.
And once again, look at this offensive line, just moving enough people. Those eyes, that's what's simplify.
It is Neal. Devin Neal picking his way. That line, a South Carolina native. Bean, little freeze option here. Scanning, now he's going to bail. Bean to throw after he bails. And this. Kansas fans this morning are very much into fertilizer. Bean on the run, and he hits a crease pretty.
Phase of it much, but this is what he's got in his back pocket. That's why they've utilized him in different packages over the course of this season. Flat out, no hesitation. He kind of trips himself.
Skinner in motion. Third down run. It is Neal, and he's. Grimm is out. Emilion in motion. Bean runs that way, and Jason Bean.
Motion, right? You see the motion coming in the back 74% of the time. They pre-snap motion. An excellent job by Fairchild to use what we call an influence block to get into the way of Terrell.
Loads of time for Bean. On the scramble. Bean the throw a little bit high.
3 and you play man. And finally said, hey, we got to just play man-to-man coverage out here. We got to trust Hodges-Tomlinson. We got to trust all of our defenders. Hodges-Tomlinson falls down. And that ball just...
Ball on the deck again. Go for it. We'll see. Bean to throw. And he's got a completion. That's Skinner. It's Skinner. And he has the first down.
Wrong, the pre-snap motion once again, the blocking down, and here he goes running the 200 meters. Does he have enough? Does he have enough?
Bean to Kai Thomas.
Look at this, look at Grimm on the little seam route right here. He's looking that way, he comes off of it. That's a touchdown if he throws a seed right to the end.
Casey, the tight end, in motion. It is Thomas into a host of horn throws. We'll see what the call is from Kotelnicki. It's Bean on the run, and he breaks it down across the field. Devin Neal, the local product. Saw TCU to swap Newton to the far side of the secondary. Creeps toward the line as Bean readies to throw. Bean on the run now. Jason Bean does have the...
This is the conundrum that TCU is in. If you play man coverage and everybody runs with their man, yeah, there is a free linebacker, a lurker, but is he going to make that play in the open field?
Like this, stack of tailbacks behind Bean. It turns into an option and a flip for Torrey. First and 20 for Bean. Scrambling outside. He throws, and it's Grimm. And he gets away. Luke Grimm.
Boy, do they have a tremendous sense of belief. Once again, you're rushing 3. You're giving Jason Bean an opportunity to extend the play. This time back across the field. Grimm makes a terrific
20-plus yards today. Things have changed in Lawrence, Kansas. Bean whips it down the field. End zone. Skinner.
We've seen this concept a bunch. Basically 200 meter. And go get it. That same deep over route in the speed and somehow the athleticism. I mean, he's just on a dead sprint. You see Lawrence Arnold take 2, come up, influence that secondary.
In 2007, Devin Neal shakes outside, meets Hodges-Tomlinson. Bean, that's back.
Man to man.
And Bean runs. Oh, man. Bean to throw. He's got it.
Well, we watched him run deep overs. This is just a perfect corner route. Sizes it up, sees the hips and eyes of Newton get locked.
Last year, Jason Bean. He felt the rush coming. He sails it high. After the injury late first half. His understudy throws it wide and in
comes these, but there's just times where there's not that urgency. Okay, good fundamentals, put it right on him. And you can see his hands immediately go right to his
That's Fairchild in motion. He's got a couple huge catches today. They'll go the other way for Neal, and he is motion to stay alive for Kansas. Standing tall, he throws incomplete.